Africa is the world's second largest and second most populous continent, after Asia, in both cases at about 30.3 million square kilometers,
11.7 million square miles,
including adjacent islands. It covers 6% of Earth's total surface area and 20% of its land area, with 1.3 billion people as of 2018. It accounts for about 16% of the world's human population.
Africa's population is the youngest amongst all the continents.
The median age in 2012 was 19.7, when the worldwide median age was 30.4. Despite a wide range of natural resources, Africa is the least wealthy continent per capita, in part due to geographic impediments, legacies of European colonization in Africa and the Cold War, predatory, neo-colonialistic activities by Western nations and China, and undemocratic rule and deleterious policies. Despite this low concentration of wealth, recent economic expansion and the large and young population make Africa an important economic market in the broader global context. The continent is surrounded by the Mediterranean Sea to the north, the Isthmus of Suez and the Red Sea to the northeast, the Indian Ocean to the southeast and the Atlantic Ocean to the west. The continent includes Madagascar and various archipelagos. It contains 54 fully recognized sovereign states, countries, 8 territories and 2 de facto independent states with limited or no recognition. Algeria is Africa's largest country by area, and Nigeria is its largest by population. African nations cooperate through the establishment of the African Union, which is headquartered in Addis Ababa. Africa straddles the equator and the prime meridian, making it the only continent in the world to be situated in all 4 cardinal hemispheres.
It is the only continent to stretch from the northern temperate to southern temperate zones.
The majority of the continent and its countries are in the northern hemisphere, with a substantial portion and number of countries in the southern hemisphere.
Most of the continent lies in the tropics,
except for a large part of Western Sahara, Algeria, Libya and Egypt, the northern tip of Mauritania, the entire territories of Morocco, Ceuta,
Melilla,
and Tunisia, which in turn are located above the Tropic of Cancer, in the northern temperate zone. In the other extreme of the continent, southern Namibia, southern Botswana, great parts of South Africa, the entire territories of Lesotho and Eswatini and the southern tips of Mozambique and Madagascar, are located below the Tropic of Capricorn, in the southern temperate zone. Africa is home to much biodiversity. It is the continent with the largest number of megafauna species, as it was least affected by the extinction of the Pleistocene megafauna. However, Africa also is heavily affected by a wide range of environmental issues, including desertification, deforestation, water scarcity, and other issues.
These entrenched environmental concerns are expected to worsen as climate change impacts Africa. The UN Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change has identified Africa as the continent most vulnerable to climate change. The history of Africa is long, complex, and has often been underappreciated by the global historical community. Africa, particularly Eastern Africa, is widely accepted as the place of origin of humans and the hominidae clade great apes. The earliest hominids and their ancestors have been dated to around 7 million years ago, including Sahelanthropus chidensis, Australopithecus africanus, A. afarensis, Homo erectus, H. habilis and H. ergaster. The earliest Homo sapiens, modern human, remains found in Ethiopia, South Africa, and Morocco date to circa 233,000, 259,000, and 300,000 years ago respectively. And Homo sapiens is believed to have originated in Africa around 350,000–260,000 years ago.
due to being the longest inhabited continent. Africa is also considered by anthropologists to be the most genetically diverse continent on the planet. Early human civilizations, such as ancient Egypt and Carthage, emerged in North Africa following a subsequent long and complex history of civilizations. Migration and trade. Africa hosts a large diversity of ethnicities, cultures, and languages. The last 400 years have witnessed an increasing European influence on the continent, starting in the 16th century. This was driven by trade, including the transatlantic slave trade, which created large African diaspora populations in the Americas. In the late 19th century, European countries colonized almost all of Africa, extracting resources from the continent and exploiting local communities. Most present states in Africa emerged from a process of decolonization in the 20th century. Afri was a Latin name used to refer to the inhabitants of then-known northern Africa to the west of the Nile River, and in its widest sense referred to all lands south of the Mediterranean. Ancient Libya. This name seems to have originally referred to a native Libyan tribe, an ancestor of modern Berbers. See Terence for discussion. The name had usually been connected with the Phoenician word afar, meaning dust. But a 1981 hypothesis has asserted that it stems from the Berber word ifri, plural ifran, meaning cave, in reference to cave dwellers. The same word,
34,
may be found in the name of the Banu Ifran from Algeria and Tripolitania, a Berber tribe originally from Yavran,
also known as Ifrain,
in northwestern Libya, as well as the city of Ifrain in Morocco. Under Roman rule, Carthage became the capital of the province it then named Africa Proconsularis, following its defeat of the Carthaginians in the Third Punic War in 146 BC, which also included the coastal part of modern Libya. The Latin suffix "ica" can sometimes be used to denote a land. G. In Celtica from Celte, as used by Julius Caesar. The later Muslim region of Ifriqiya, following its conquest of the Byzantine Eastern Roman Empire's Exarchatus Africae also preserved a form of the name. According to the Romans, Africa lies to the west of Egypt, while Asia was used to refer to Anatolia and lands to the east. A definite line was drawn between the two continents by the geographer Ptolemy,
85 to 165 AD,
indicating Alexandria along the prime meridian and making the Isthmus of Suez and the Red Sea the boundary between Asia and Africa.
As Europeans came to understand the real extent of the continent,
the idea of Africa expanded with their knowledge. Africa is considered by most paleoanthropologists to be the oldest inhabited territory on Earth, with the human species originating from the continent. During the mid-20th century, anthropologists discovered many fossils and evidence of human occupation perhaps as early as 7 million years ago. BP equals before present. Fossil remains of several species of early ape-like humans thought to have evolved into modern man, such as Australopithecus afarensis, radiometrically dated to approximately 3.9–3.0 million years BP, Paranthropus boise. C. 2.3–1.4 million years BP, and Homo ergaster. C.
1.9 million–600,000 years BP, have been discovered.
After the evolution of Homo sapiens approximately 350,000 to 260,000 years BP in Africa, the continent was mainly populated by groups of hunter-gatherers. These first modern humans left Africa and populated the rest of the globe during the Out of Africa migration dated to approximately 50,000 years BP,
exiting the continent either across Bab el-Mandeb over the Red Sea,
the Strait of Gibraltar in Morocco, or the Isthmus of Suez in Egypt. Other migrations of modern humans within the African continent have been dated to that time, with evidence of early human settlement found in southern Africa, Southeast Africa, North Africa, and the Sahara.